Hey guys, it's Steph and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we are going to be doing a very fun DIY project. We're going to be making this plaster lamp base, and I also did a recover of the lampshade. So I found this lamp on Craigslist for $10, and I did contactless pickup, which was a plus. However, it definitely needed some TLC. So I'll insert a picture here of what the lamp looked like when I picked it up. It had these little flowers on it. The color was this kind of pinky beige color with a oak wooden base. And I, wanted to make it white to fit my aesthetic. So what I did actually first was I spray painted it a glossy white, and I really liked the look of that, so I'll put a picture here. But I went to Instagram and I asked you guys if you think I should do a plaster texture on the actual base of it. And everybody said, yes, do it. So here is that video. So today I'm going to be showing you how I did that, all the materials that I used. I'll show you the process from start to finish. So without further ado, let's get started. This is what I'm going to be using. It is joint compound. I got it at Home Depot. This whole tub is like $5 or $6. Oh, and then this is the fabric I'm going to use. Right now I just have it on the table as like a little tablecloth, but it's much longer, so I have it folded under. So I'm hoping there's going to be enough fabric. I need something to work on. Maybe I should just use those paper bags. That might be easier. Yeah, I think I'll just put these down. Or maybe I'll just cut it open. Ha-ha! Huzzah! Okay, so I'm just going to cut open this paper bag. Alright, and then I gotta take off this lampshade. Okay, so I'll tackle the lampshade later. Alright, so this is what it looks like. Whoop! It's basically like plaster finish, but much easier to use. Okay, I'm just gonna use my hands and smear it on. Okay, so I'm going to pick it up and move it here and try and clean up around the base and then let it dry. I think it looks super cool. So I'm going to let that dry and see how it turns out. And I'll keep you posted. Okay, so we are going to recover the lampshade now. So what you're going to do is lay down your fabric and take your lampshade and place it on top of your fabric and kind of just roll it around to see where you want to place it. And there is a seam on the inside of the lampshade, and that's where you're going to start, and you're going to want to trace all the way around until you get to that seam again on the other side. So that way you know where you stop and start. So go all the way around. I'm using a pencil, you can use fabric chalk, whatever you have, and do the same thing along the top of the lampshade and trace it all the way around until you get to that seam again. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna add about an inch to one of the sides, and that's gonna be folded over later on to create a hem. And then you're just gonna connect those top and bottom trace marks to make a straight line. Next, what you're gonna do is you're gonna add about a ½ inch on the top and the bottom, and that will create enough seam allowance for a fold when you are recovering the lampshade. You can mark it out if you like, or I just went around and eyeballed it from that trace mark, just giving myself about a ½ inch on the top and the bottom. And just go ahead and cut out your fabric. Okay, once that is cut out, I just went ahead and kind of draped it around the lampshade to see and make sure that everything looks good. I gave myself enough room. Now I'm just going to get rid of the excess fabric, and I'm going to iron it because it is a bit wrinkled, so I'll go ahead and iron it, and just a light iron to flatten it out, get any of those harsh creases out. Okay, I just ironed it, and I'm gonna go set up a little mat outside so I can spray the adhesive on it. Let's do it. So this is the spray adhesive that I'm using. It's the Gorilla Glue brand, and I just sprayed it all the way around on the top, bottom, all around the sides, especially on the sides because that's where it's going to need to attach. And you can see here that I'm folding over one side about a ½ inch, so that will be your hem. That side that you folded, you're gonna do that last. So start on the other side, the raw hem side, and go ahead and line it up on your lampshade. Now this part is kind of tricky. It might take you a few times, so just be patient. I was having some issues. You're gonna want about the same amount of fabric on the top and the bottom, but you're gonna try and smooth it out as you go around. I got all the way around this time and saw that I didn't line it up properly. It was a bit crooked, so I had to do it again. So at this point, the adhesive was pretty much dry. It just wasn't sticking, so I had to spray it again. And I just used a scrap piece of paper to go around the edges because I didn't want to get it onto my carpet, obviously. So I'm just going around the edges really well, making sure that it's all covered and it will be able to stick. Okay, so here we go. I actually found that it's easier if you lay it on the ground and roll it around, because when I was holding it up, I found that it was dragging and pulling and it wasn't actually lining up properly. So I'm just going around and smoothing it out as I go, trying to make sure it's all nice and stuck on the lampshade. And then you're gonna end with that hem right over where you started. And now you're just gonna go around and fold under all those edges on the bottom and also on the top. Make sure they're really nice and stuck down. And you can kind of pull it tight, make sure you try and get out as much of the wrinkles and the creases as you can. And I just also had to go back around again. I didn't really like this glue so much. I felt that it dried too quickly. This is my first time recovering a lampshade, so I took some time to do it. But here it is, all done. I think it looks really great. Has the hem there, you can see it looks really nice and clean. It's still a little bit wrinkled, but I kind of like that look with linen fabric. I find it's more lived in and looks textured, and I do like that look. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it on, try it out, see how it looks, and it looks great. I love it. And there it is. That is the finished result. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Make sure you tag me if you try this out for yourself. I'd love to see if anybody recreates this. It was a really fun project, not very difficult, just takes some patience and some time. So again, thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!